Okay, Chris. I was about to forget. You know how I get. You know how I get. I said, wait. I said before I set up the live, I was like, don't forget the mute button. Don't forget the mute button. And I was about to. I said one word and I forgot. I mean, I remember. So, Chris, I remembered this time. So let me see. Hold on. I'm trying to get back to the comments. Okay, let me see. Chris said, welcome to Get Your Big Ass Up. Hit the like button and make sure you are subscribed, please. And thank you. Chris said, yeah, that's definitely your trademark. So it is. Chris, I'm thinking like it's too late to try to get away from it now. Like I'm so used to it. Like the only way I can have a different song. And I've been trying to get somebody to make one for me. Until I do that, I'll probably go have that one because I like it. I like it. Y'all know we have a guest today. Natalie is here. She is on the panel. Hey, Natalie.
Hi, can
How
you
you
hear me?
doing?
I'm good.
Good. So yes, let's see who else we have here. The Red has made it in. Chris has made it in. I was about to say, Chris said I was about to say, I know. I'm so happy that you came over here today, Natalie, because you know you got a well, not that you only have a better understanding than me, because I still don't have much of understanding, but you're so educated and knowledgeable and experienced in it. And we thought that this would be a good discussion. I was like, oh, I know somebody who was perfect. She know how to explain it perfectly without making you feel dumb as a doorknob for not knowing and everything.
I'm
Let's see.
glad I could be here. Thank you for having me.
Yes.
I'm
Chris
excited.
said,
I'm
hey,
on a talk
Natalie.
show.
Huh?
I'm on a talk show. What we do is important out here in these streets.
Oh, let me tell you, you are too funny. So yes, so I know a lot of people was excited about coming over, but people have to like trickle in. Can I see how many people? We only have 4 people over here now. So let me first share it on my other page, my main page. I'm trying
Mm-hmm.
to get people on, let them know that we're on now. Let's see. How you doing today?
I'm doing all right. Of course, I'm doing a little driving because I'm.
Okay, yes, that's fine. Okay, let me see here. Let me share this. Um, okay. All right, let me see. So yeah, I know that. Okay, I said I probably didn't ask you all the questions I wanted to ask you, and I know so many other people had questions once we got on the topic. So many other people had questions, but if they don't, Chacal made it. Hey, Chacal, hey everyone, I'm listening. Yeah, everybody, this is like a driver time for everybody. So everything that I might have for questions they may not have. So I figure for anybody in the chat, hey Ambrielle, please hit the like button. Saret said I'm gonna get let them ask their questions since I already got a chance to ask you questions before. They may have some, so I'll give them the opportunity to ask the questions, and then if they I have some, and if they've already answered those, I mean you've already answered those, I won't ask those again.
Sure, sure.
Okay, so y'all know we have Natalie here today. She is gracing the panel to give us an informative perspective of living the poly life. Okay, so it's like really for information. Like when you talk to her, it's going to be like strictly for information. It's like a no judgment zone here. We know, of course, people live the way they want to live, but she literally can inform you whether you want to do this or not. Like I don't necessarily want to do it, but I'm still intrigued by listening to how it works. And so she really can come from an informed perspective of it. So if you don't know anybody, because I never knew anybody, if you don't know anybody and you've been wondering, you can ask the question you probably want to ask all your life, and she'll let us know if it's respectful enough. Let me see. Jacal said hi to everybody. So, is there anybody? We already been gearing up for this, so y'all already knew that Natalie was coming. So, is it anybody in here? Make sure y'all hitting the like button. Is there anybody in here that wants to start off? Chris, I know you said you couldn't wait. Jacal, you couldn't wait. We got people here that say I can't wait. So,
I
I'm going
want to
to
start
start.
something and make a little tweak to something you said.
Okay.
So I want to start by saying when you introduce it, it's not just a poly lifestyle. I
Okay.
I am ethically non-monogamous. So let's think of like an umbrella, right?
Okay.
Whole umbrella is
Uh huh.
ethically non-monogamy.
Okay.
Under that, and the rain that trickles the drops from it is
Yeah.
poly. there is lifestylers, swingers, there is kink, there are so many other things. So it just falls under the umbrella of ethically non-monogamous. So
Oh,
sometimes I'm not always polyamorous. Poly means more than one.
okay,
Amorous means love. I am not always in a relationship with
okay,
more than one person. It doesn't stop the fact that I'm always going to be ethically non-monogamous, but
okay,
sometimes I'm in a relationship with just one person. Being
okay,
polyamorous means that you date more than you're able to love more than one at that time. So I
okay,
am ethically non-monogamous. I
okay.
do polyamory. I have
Hmm.
a kink fetish. I used to be a lifestyler, aka swinger.
Okay.
So there are different umbrellas that you fall under, but it's all ethically non-monogamy.
But what is a kink? What did you say? A kink? What?
Kink is fetishes. So
Oh,
I am what the kink community considers a rope bunny. So I have a rope fetish. So those things fall into that as well.
okay. You said rope, ROPE, right?
RLP, yes.
Okay, a rope fetish. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, what does a rope fetish
A,
include?
a rope fetish is where you see people who use rope to tie themselves, and it has a name. It's called shibari, and
Okay,
they tie themselves and maybe a design here, there. It's just the art of being restricted. So
oh, okay,
I like the art of being restricted. It's just
okay,
in a more kinky, aka sexual way.
okay, okay, okay. Okay, thanks for clearing that up because I never heard of the ethically non-monogamous term.
Yeah.
I never heard of that before.
Yes. So that's a better way to describe. I would say I'm ethically non-monogamous because I'm
Mhm.
not always in a poly ship. Like
Okay.
sometimes my relationships end, and I'm
Yeah.
just down to one person.
Right.
It doesn't mean that I'm not polyamorous, but right now I'm living in an
Right.
ethically non-monogamous state, and which
Okay.
means what it is. It means that I'm
Right.
ethical, but I'm non-monogamous. Means that everybody is on board. I'm not lying to nobody.
Yeah.
I'm not hiding it from nobody. I'm not being somebody's side chick. We're just not any of those. Everything we do is ethical.
Okay. Okay. So now Chris said, um, what is your status right now?
My status is I have two wonderful loves of 3 years, both
Okay.
I've been with 3 years. One of
Mhm.
my LDR, which is in non monogamous terms,
Mhm.
LDR is your long distance relationship.
Oh,
My
okay.
my LDR is married, so and
Mhm.
I am his only other partner outside of his wife, and
Mhm.
I am one of 7 girlfriends of my local partner.
Oh, okay. Wait, that was a lot. Okay. You're one of 7 in your
Girlfriend,
local relationship,
yes.
and you have another relationship that has been of 3 years, and he has a wife.
Yes, he has a wife. It's only
But
two.
she's on board, all right?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm
She was
sorry, y'all. Got the
actually
kids.
poly before he was.
Okay, she was probably before he was, so she is on board. I'm so sorry. My
She is
teenage is
on board, but I'm sure that will dive into another day's conversation because
mhm.
there's a lot with that. But yes, she is very much on board.
Okay. So still nobody has been, it's no sneaking, it's no, why am I frozen?
I see that.
Hold on, let me
There you
remove my,
go. It's winding you back up.
wow, and I'm still frozen on mine. Let me see. What
It's dark.
happened?
It's
Okay, hold
dark
on.
on our end.
Okay, hold on. Okay, there I go.
There you go.
Okay, so that's the status now, Chris. Um, let me see here. Let me get these comments. Tanya has made it in. Hey, Tanya. Okay, so let's see. Why the word ethically? Chris said, why is it the word? Well, why do you think? Because you probably didn't create the word, but she's saying why the word ethically.
Because we are ethical. We're not sneaking to do anything.
Mhm.
Everything we do is in an ethical way.
Right.
You know, you have some people who are really, sneaking and whose
Hmm.
partners aren't aware that they're in whole other relationships, which leads to problems.
Right.
Whereas we can sit down and have dinner with
Right.
our partners. There are different parts of polyamory, right?
Right.
And what makes it ethical is that we are able to sit down, which is called kitchen table
Hmm.
polyamory.
Okay.
That's when partners are together, their loves are together, they're just one big happy family, and
Right.
that's pretty prominent in our Atlanta community. They're one big happy family. I
Okay.
myself am parallel polyamorous, which means I'm okay with my partners, but I care
Hmm.
to have them my way. Y'all have them yours, and I don't care to hang out with them like that. Now we're
Okay.
cool with each other. Like we can say, hey, if I'm at an event and they're there,
Yeah.
I have nothing against them. I just don't care to have that experience. I've been there,
Right.
done that, and it's not my cup of tea.
Okay. Okay. Chris says, where do you meet the people in this lifestyle? Like, how do you know how to like
Oh my
identify?
God. Are you in I live in Atlanta. We have so many groups, and I'll tell you a couple of names of them in case you wanted to find out. We
Mhm.
have events just like you see on TV. We have galas where we dress up. We have an event every year called Polyween where we dress up in costume. We have a prom. Oh my God, we have right now they're getting ready to go on this cabin trip to Gatlinburg, and they have this expensive, beautiful cabin that hosts like 100 people, and they're all staying together. So we meet people everywhere. All of my partners have come from the very groups that I'm in. You
Yeah.
can check out Poly Black and Dating. You can check out Melanated Poly, and
Okay.
you can also do Poly Coast to Coast. We're more, melanated center, but we do have some, other people in our group of different races. Yeah, we're in groups. So when people say online dating creeps them out, please don't ever be creeped out because you meet some of the best people that you could ever meet in some of these groups. So that's where my partners come from, the groups that I'm a part of.
So it's not like you're outside or in the bars or at the golf course for the most part. It's
Oh,
for
I'm
being
always
part
on
of
the
the group.
prowl. Oh no, baby, I prowl everywhere. The gym, the farm. I'm always on the prowl. When me and my partner go to Mexico,
Yeah.
I pull women for him.
Oh.
So we are always on the prowl
Oh. Okay.
anywhere.
Okay. But so like, but when you're in the gym though, Natalie, you can't just walk up to people and start saying, "Are you in agreement to that?"
No, that's so here's how it goes. And that goes back to me saying to you, I am just ethically non-monogamous. I
Yeah.
can be with one person. One person can satisfy me wholeheartedly.
Yes.
But if a second person comes along and can offer me just as much love and I got the capacity to do so, I can do that. So I don't have to go into my relationships searching for just polyamorous people. Some people do. So
Yeah.
most of my friends, they don't dabble around with monogamous people or in monogamous spaces,
Hmm.
but I do because I am what they call a switch. And here's what I would recommend for everybody. There is a test that you can
Yeah.
take that it's called go on like BDSM, and it'll show you. You answer these questions, and it'll kind of put you in a bracket. And I
Yeah.
am in that bracket of taking this test. I am very vanilla. So I mean, vanilla
Yeah.
means just plain. I
Yeah.
can be either way, or I can
Yeah.
switch. I could be in my relationships with just one of my partners and be content. And I can
Hmm.
be I've been in a relationship with as many as 4 people at one
Yeah.
time. It doesn't
Okay.
matter. I don't have to announce to the world, hey, I'm this poly person. It doesn't work
Right.
like that. It's whatever
Right.
my heart may want to just be with that person.
Yeah.
So I'm not
Okay.
gonna talk myself out of a relationship. I've tried to let people know that up front, and people automatically assume, oh, she's just having sex with everybody. I have
Mhm.
relationships that I don't even have sex in.
Right, because a lot of people take that for just being a way to have sex with different people, and they pretty much leave it alone at that. That's what
That's
I did.
not the
I thought it was
case.
just about okay, and everybody have a bunch of sex partners. That's what I thought.
No, that's definitely not the case. I've had a total of 4 relationships at one
Mhm.
time, and 2 of them were male partners, 2 of them were women partners.
Yeah.
Uh, I have since transitioned from one of the relationships. The other
Mhm.
one, we don't consider ourselves dating anymore, but she's still a big part of my life. I was just in her wedding, and here's the kicker: I was dating her now husband prior to her, and
Uh-huh.
I was a part of their wedding. So it does,
Hmm.
and we just like to shop together. Sometimes we'll lay in bed and watch Netflix and eat snacks. It doesn't always s- contain sex. Like I've
Right.
had a male partner who was asexual, which means that he's not attracted to sex. He's just attracted to the time that he gets to spend with his
Mhm.
partners. And he flew
Wow.
me out to be with him and everything, but he never wanted sex from me. So
Wow.
you can always, there is so many relationships. I've had a gym bae, I've had a zoo bae, like people that I'm romantic with, but not
Right.
sexual.
Wow. So Red will ask, when did you decide to be a part of the lifestyle?
When
Yeah, was it like a time
when
in
my
your life that you decided?
well, I'm gonna tell you when my
Okay.
mama had me, because my
Okay.
mom, I am the product of being the other woman's kid, so I've
Yeah.
always been around this. It just wasn't ethical, you know and
Yeah.
so I grew up always in my from my first relationship on. I was a cheater, a
Okay.
serial cheater. So I'm
Yeah.
like, why I gotta, and at this time my partner wanted to fight. He wasn't just saying like, you finna be out here just cheating on me. No.
Yeah.
So I never understood, like, why could my dad have all these girlfriends, but somebody wants to take my life almost because I want to talk to other people. So I
Uh-huh.
discovered really quickly that that wasn't gonna work for me. So
Okay.
I've been pretty much non-monogamous all of my dating life. I've never been monogamous to any person, like, to where,
Really?
no, I've never really been monogamous. Um, it
Okay.
doesn't, and like I said, it doesn't always involve sex, but I have so much love to give, and like, who am I to inflict all of my needs on one person? I don't want all of one person's needs put on my shoulders when
Hmm.
somebody else might like to do those things that I don't like to do. Why
Hmm.
not enjoy the pleasures of somebody satisfying those needs? And once I discovered, like, I can't have all my needs met in this with this one person. It's wearing them down, and I
Yeah.
couldn't do that to a person. So
Mhm.
this has always pretty much been a part of me, because I've never really seen a relationship around me where one person was their person's only person.
Right, right.
Nowhere in my family have I seen that. Like,
Really?
yeah.
Wow. Chris is asking, does jealousy ever come into play?
Hell yeah, I'm jealous right now. Sorry for cursing. Yes, yes, very much so.
So
You wouldn't.
what is the position that you're being jealous about now?
I am jealous because I am so accustomed to being my partner's weekend thing to do, and it's
Uh-huh.
his other partner's birthday, and
Uh-huh.
he's actually out of town. And now I'm forced to do things on my own when we have this schedule.
Oh,
And I really tried to gaslight him a little bit to make him
yeah.
feel bad, but he wasn't having it.
Yeah.
Uh, it's my normal routine when I'm not getting my way.
Yeah.
But yes, my other partner, because you guys don't know me, there is a lot of jealousy that happens on the behalf of his wife. She is more physical, and yeah, she's a bit meaner. When I don't even know a great way to explain it.
Do you
She is
think that
very
she has the right to be jealous because she's the wife?
No, she has no right to be jealous because she has her own partner, and she's only jealous when she is going through things in her relationship.
Uh-huh.
And because I get out and do a lot of things that she doesn't do with her partner, and I'm
Mhm.
very visual. I like to do TikToks of our experiences.
Yeah.
She's like, we don't get along with each other. She'll talk to me, but she doesn't like me. How about that? Uh,
Okay, so does she feel like you have a right to be jealous?
I'm not jealous of her. She doesn't make me jealous. I'm more
Okay.
jealous of what my local partner has going on
Okay.
because he has several partners.
Yeah.
My other partner, she doesn't make me jealous because she's been doing this for way too long. Because
Hmm.
she's asked me to step away from her marriage before, and I did for 2 years. We've been back together now 3 years. We've gone to therapy together, all three of us, and that didn't work either. But what I decided is I wouldn't let her win. Once he, let it be known in therapy that the choice for me leaving was
Hmm.
not hers to make this time.
Uh-huh.
I felt more secure in my relationship, so I really don't pay her jealousy any attention. I
Natalie, so you don't want to acknowledge her jealousy?
No, I don't even want to acknowledge her.
Oh, oh. Saret is asking, when you proud, she said, like, what do you say?
I'm sorry.
When
What
you
was your
say you go out prowling like you're at the gym? So what do you say when you prowling?
when I'm prowling?
Yeah.
I don't say nothing. I bat my eyes a little bit. I'm cute.
Natalie, I don't believe that you don't say nothing though, because you be having a lot to say.
Really don't say nothing. I come in with my cute gym clothes on, soliciting. You can tell by my gym clothes I'm
You
usually
said soliciting?
yeah.
Okay. And Brielle said, do you use protection?
Absolutely. And here's the thing. Everything is digital now. So I share my STD results with my partner, and he has my consent to share them with his partner as well. They do the same. Like, we don't have a problem sharing our STD results. And I have dated partners that had STDs,
Mm-hmm.
who were very mindful,
Mm-hmm.
and they gave us a choice to do so. Here's
Mm-hmm.
what my situation, and because I'm very well educated on the subject, it wasn't something that detoured me
Yeah.
from those relationships, because we're all adults, and
Mm-hmm.
as long as you keep me safe,
Mm-hmm.
that we have no problem with that. So yes, we do use protection, and I will say this: when we want to,
Okay.
when we want to, because
Okay.
with my married partner, because I am his only partner outside of his wife, he does have the luxury of the fun.
Okay. Now,
But
Mark says he doesn't want to be offensive with this question, but he
go
wants to
ahead.
know if you have kids, and if so, how do you explain to them what it is you have going on?
I don't have kids. I have adults, and they quickly ask me, "Which one of your men you going out with tonight?" And so
Oh,
does my mom.
okay, because they
So
understand. They already
they
know.
they've always known. They've always known. I encourage them as well to figure out life. It doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
One person may not be it for you. Like, my daughter is very much on board with
Mm-hmm.
dating multiple people. So my
Okay. Do you think
son,
that
not
you were
so.
influenced on that?
I'm sorry.
Do you think you were influenced on her decision to do that?
No, I don't think I was an influence, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because I've never brought my partners around them. They know that I have multiple partners because, of course, they, see me leave, and,
Yeah.
different pictures. I don't hide that from them, but I don't throw it in their face. So
Yeah.
neither of my partners get to come to my house. Like my mom
Okay.
is there, but my mom very well knows about them. I don't do anything that I have to hide from my children.
Yeah. Okay. Chris said Zube. Okay. Right. I'm like, hey, what? I need
Listen,
somebody for every need.
my Zube was amazing, and he was. It's not even always about looks because he had very low self esteem because he had vitiligo, but I saw
Oh,
something so wonderful in him. We shared the love of adventures, like
okay.
how we went to that safari. He
Yeah.
would have been he would have been my person that I did something like that with.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Ariel said that was a great explanation. And let me see. Hey, Caitlin. Let me see. Chris said that is interesting. It is interesting, Chris. I'm telling you, when you talk to her, you have like a totally different outlook because she can explain all this so well. Caitlin said, "Hey, Chris, happy Friday. Cheers." Suresh said, "How can one be jealous when they know what the lifestyle entails? How can anybody be jealous if they know what all of it entails already?" You hear me, Natalie? I think something happened to her phone. Let me see. Let's see if she comes back, y'all. Let me see what y'all saying. Down here, I'm gonna keep my place in my phone. Oh, y'all got a lot of coordinates. Get down here. Oh my gosh. Okay. I think that's what she means by ethical. Let me drop this link again, y'all. Oh, did I copy it? Wait, hold on. Copied. Okay, there. Okay, now if you listen, I dropped the link again. You can click that link. Let me see. I think it's ethical parts of it. That's yeah, that they don't lie. Yeah, that's what I think she means by ethical, meaning there's no sneaking, there's no tricking. We're ethical, we're like stand up about it, that we tell the truth. I think that's what that means. Let me see. So it doesn't seem the ethical to me. Suresh said, oh wow. Gabriel said, let me see. What would you ever be a sister wife? Okay, hold on. Okay, Nelly.
I'm sorry about that.
That's
Somebody
okay.
called me.
That's okay. Okay, so Chris is asking, do you think you will ever be a sister wife?
No.
You don't think you'll be a sister wife?
No, and I'll tell you why I won't be a sister wife.
Okay.
Because that's more polygyny than polyamory. And
Oh, there's a
so
lot of terms.
yeah,
Okay.
and it's one of the terms that's under that umbrella. Always remember
Mhm.
that umbrella. And what
Yeah.
that is polygamy. I said that wrong. It's more polygamy
Okay.
because these sister wives, they not dating each other, or
Yeah.
nor are they dating
Other
nor
people.
outside of the relationship. And you
Hmm.
gonna let me feel that coochie, or we gonna be in here smashing
Yeah.
together, or we
Yeah.
gonna be out here finding us some boyfriends. I
Yeah.
don't do that whole tipness. Like, no.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Gabrielle. Hold on. Let me go down. Okay. That's interesting. Uh, would you be a sister wife? I'm just trying to scroll down. They were saying that we were doing some explanation about the ethical, saying that I said I think that the ethical Soraya was saying that doesn't seem so ethical, and Ty and I and Beautifully Healed, we were saying we think what you mean by ethical is that everybody's being stand up about it, nobody's being sneaky or lying. They're being ethical by standing up in it and telling the truth so that everybody can be aware. Is that
Absolutely
right?
not. What makes it unethical? Under whose standards? If we're not, it's not ethical under your teachings and your
Mhm.
understandings, but under our understandings, we're able to, as long as you're able to love and provide and do things. What
Mhm.
makes it unethical? Because it's not the way that you're doing it.
Mhm. Yeah. So what boundaries? What boundaries are set? Are there any specific boundaries that are set?
I have so many. Well, I have a few main ones.
Mhm.
My main important ones are The time frame from one partner to the next. There is a week cool off period. Now, my partners don't may not, do that with their other partners, but they know that those are the rules with me.
Yeah.
If I'm with one partner, I'm not gonna see the other partner a week prior, nor am I gonna see him a week after. I am very spiritual and I believe that souls do wander, and I need all of the souls that they lay with to wander on home. Before they come over here, we gonna sage, we gonna do all of that. So they know that that's a hard boundary for me. I don't go after immediately after their partners. They are aware of whatever you got to do in that 7 days time. You do that, but not getting involved with that. So that's mainly one of the hardest boundaries that I have. I didn't have to set so many of them with the two partners that I have.
Mm-hmm. So, because you say you use tools like calendars and things like that, an actual
Yeah,
calendar, right?
absolutely. And it's called Time Tree. And I have not only do I have my relationships on Time Tree, I have my friendships and my family. So everybody has their own link. So my
That's an
partner,
app. That's an app.
it's an app and it's called
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
and my partners can go and let me know when they're available. They'll put their blackout dates when they have something to do. That's another boundary. I don't like to see it visually, like I'm going with this partner. Like you don't have to announce to me you'll be with your partner. Just say I'm not free. So
Yeah.
on my calendar, it'll say not, busy this date, or that's how we communicate with each other. That's how I communicate with my non-monogamous friends. If there's an event, we'll look on the calendar. We have this free, and that works for us. Like
Wow.
each of my partners, however many I have, that's the first thing. Once I discover we will have a relationship, you have to get on that calendar. It's
Wow.
not optional.
Right. What about this? I want to ask. How do you maintain emotional fulfillment and security in that type of relationship?
You know what? By not having expectations. And I'm gonna say that I had, and that works for me personally. I can't speak for everybody else, and I
Okay.
say that because my last relationship prior to these two taught me to not have expectations, especially when they have a wife, because at all times they're gonna choose that first.
Yeah.
Home is always gonna be first, and you got to have your own back because these wives are petty sometimes, so
Right.
you can't rely on these men to stand up to them like, hey, I see what you're doing. So you can't come into these situations with the expectations of I'm the main one, so it's gonna go this way. I had to learn that the hard way, and I didn't want to go through that ever again. So,
So you do believe that the wife has priority?
yeah, yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
okay.
I respect matrimony as long
Okay.
as it respects me. I
Okay.
always believe I encourage you to take care of home first, because guess what? I will take care of my home before I do anything. So
Right.
I everything that I ask for, I give
Mhm.
it.
Okay. Okay. Hi, Trucking and Trading. Thanks for coming in. Okay, let me see if they have. Okay, Chris, if I may ask, how many partners do you have right now? You say you have one local and one out of town right now, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's two now, Chris. Okay, so I wanted to ask, like, how do you handle situations when a partner is not getting along with another partner?
I've never had that situation. My
Okay.
partners love each other. They hug each other when they see
Okay.
each other. They call each other bros. They hang
Okay.
out when my other partner come to town. They have their own separate date outside
Yeah.
of me.
Okay.
So I never ran into that issue. Now my partners, I threatened one of my partners' wives, and he did exit me from the relationship.
Oh,
So yeah,
Natalie,
so
you was being disruptive.
nah, she was being disruptive. I was just gonna see what it was all about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I definitely learned my lesson to not threaten my partner's partners.
Okay. So it was a learning experience.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, so what advice would you give someone who's like interested in exploring the lifestyle? To like, where do you think that you suggest that they like start in one of the groups you were talking about?
I would suggest starting the group just by looking around.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say read because these groups are vicious. I watched them when I first came into this group.
Yeah,
You know, if you didn't know everything like they knew, they would
yeah,
kind of give you the third degree. So
yeah.
I would say that it's so much literature. You're welcome that you can read. You can start with the first book, the Holy Grail of ethically non-monogamy, called
Okay,
the Ethical Slut. That is one
okay,
of the best books to start with. So
okay.
lean on your own understanding and let your journey be your journey and not what you see somebody else doing, not what somebody else says it's supposed to look like.
Hmm.
You choose it and own your stuff and don't be ashamed to be who you are and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay. Is there any? I have one last question, but is there anybody else in the chat that has any questions before I ask my last questions? Let me know, or I can go ahead and ask my last question, and then I'll look in the chat to see if you guys have any additional ones, and then we'll go from there. Okay. So my last question was, what do you think has been the most rewarding part of living this lifestyle? In like personal growth, or self discovery?
I would say both. Um, the personal growth, the self discovery, I already knew pretty much who I was. You got to know who you are, or you'll be led astray in this
Mhm.
community. So yeah, I would have to go with the first one because man, it's been an experience. I wouldn't. There are some things I would tweak a bit had I had an opportunity to start over,
Okay.
but I am happy to be at this point. Um, it's definitely been a learning experience.
Mhm.
It definitely taught me that, to come outside of my shell and in so many ways that you wouldn't believe. I couldn't have ever imagined like just hanging out with people, two people that I date, four people that I date at one time. Like I was so it took me growing into that because I didn't
Let me see. Hi, Squeaky. I think her phone, she probably got another phone call. Hi, Squeaky. Hey, hello, Gamma Chris, and wonderful chat. Hope all have a wonderful evening. Thank you, Squeaky. Abrielle said, okay, Abrielle, I'll get back. Nelly. Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me? It switches
Yeah,
me over to my
yeah, I can. Hi, Corey.
oh,
Yes, Nelly.
I should have put my phone on do not disturb.
There's no
I don't
problem.
I don't know how to do that yet. I'm just an old lady. Listen. And they are blowing me up. But did I answer your question? I'm sorry. That
Yes,
call
you
just
did.
threw me.
You did. And Brielle says she just wants to tell you she loves how you're living in your truth,
It's so
unapologetic.
wonderful, girl. You should see it. You think me talking about it is something? You should actually see it. I
Good,
love, love, love the way that I live. Like
good.
I love being able to have this life. Like
Okay.
it's nothing for like I said, I have she's my girlfriend, but she's my non-sexual girlfriend. I
Mm.
will call her that, but she always, okays. My husband wants you to come over and lay with him and spend some time with him. Like we can do those things because we're not afraid of losing people who love us.
But you do understand how confusing that is for people who know nothing about that, right?
Absolutely. I would be like, whoa,
Yeah, because I
because
just every time you say anything, I just go in shock. Like, really? What? How?
you gotta see us together. Like I was so happy to be a part of their wedding,
but I think he was about to jump through his skin as I walked down the aisle. He was flirting as I walked down the aisle. And they had a very non-monogamous
What?
marriage because one of her ex-girlfriends affiliated the wedding.
Mhm.
We had strippers there. We had all kind of people of all walks of life because we're all under the same umbrella.
Okay. Of the unethical. Oh no, no, I'm sorry. Ethical, not unethical. Ethical.
Non-monogamy. So if you ever see the term ENM, you already know what it is.
Oh,
Ethically non-monogamous.
okay. Let me see. Embryo said, "Great live and topic." I was so confused at the beginning by the title. Thanks for sharing with us. Yeah, like it's confusing. It's confusing. It's a lot of terms to know. I guess like the umbrella is a good description of it because I just thought that if you poly, you just I'm telling you the truth. I just thought if you poly, that just means you get that's just giving the okay for a lot of sex partners. That's just what I thought. But
Girl,
she
we barely.
an
I'm
umbrella.
complaining right now because I ain't even getting no sex. That's how bad it is. That's why I'm jealous that my partner is with his other partner because that's I be you want it when you want it. That's my partner, but we've been together way too long. He looking at me like, girl, you lay down and watch Netflix.
Oh,
So yeah. So here's the thing. And if at any time where I feel like hey, let me just go add me a new partner just for these purposes. If I want to do that, my partner encourages it. Like,
really?
I love my partner. Now, my local partner, he encourages it
Mhm.
because like I said, he is what they consider in this poly community in Atlanta. He is the he wins like poly of the year. Well, we have a gala, like a award ceremony
Now,
every
what kind
year.
of requirements do you get to win an award for it?
Listen, you just have to be ethical and doing this thing the right way. He makes his partners, although there are seven of us. Like, I'm just being greedy because he definitely spends time with me. But although he has seven partners, we don't go without. Like, I don't feel unloved. I don't feel like he doesn't spend enough time with me. When you hear me complaining, I'm probably just horny and just being a brat.
Yeah,
And but as far as the way he spends his time, people admire him. He's like really popular in the community for how he advocates for polyamory. He advocates for the LGBTQ community. He is so comfortable within his sexuality. Like, he can hug the gay guys of our community. Like, the way he does this thing called ethically non-monogamy is just, it warrants him to receive the award that he gets. We have a thing every year in October called Six Down South, and
mhm,
he's a speaker there.
mhm,
He's just amazing, and he's like big in the kink community. He's
mhm.
my rigger. A rigger is the person that does the tying of the rope bunny. So he is all of those things.
So
So
roping is like bondage a little bit.
yes, I am very much so into BDSM, bond rope, flogging. We do electrical stimulation. We do all kind of stuff.
Now you know the
But that's
electric thing. You know I was going crazy about the electric thing when you was trying to explain that to me. I was just
oh,
like,
listen,
I was like,
it's just stimulation. It's just like when you get electrolysis. You ever had electrolysis? Or you ever had a facial?
no, not no outside facial way doing nothing with no electronics.
Well, when they do your facial, they use this. That's the same machine that they use.
No, they use like some cleansers in their hands and massages and stick.
No, not no. When you're getting a full facial, they'll use this electric like stimulator thing.
No, I haven't had
Um,
that kind.
yeah, I've had it. So that's when I was presented with it, I wasn't a stranger to it.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I know what it is.
So let me ask this question because you just said something about LBGTQ. Okay, so in the realm of how y'all do the things in the relationships? Is it as many, like you said that you're one of seven? That's other seven other women, right?
Yes.
Are you ever in relationships where it's um like the people, like mixed people, like it's like, say if it's like five people in that circle or whatever, like is it, do the men have relationships with each other in it?
Listen, I don't date bisexual men.
Okay,
That's a hard no for me.
okay,
Um,
okay.
but no,
Yeah.
my partner does not. He is not. But there are some. I don't judge them,
Mhm.
but I don't want to date them either.
Right, right. Okay. That's
Yeah.
one of your
So yeah,
boundaries.
my partner has a roommate, and he's really serious. He can do his own BJs
Hmm.
and things. Like he's pretty big in the kink community, like super big, like this naked trumpeter. You can look him
Wait,
up.
you said he can do his own what?
BJs.
Okay.
Guess what I said? So no, no. So there are guys that dates other guys, very guys that I know that are within my circle, but
Mhm.
I just don't. I wouldn't prefer it. No.
Are
Um,
there guys out there that are preferring the women not to be bisexual as well?
no, no. I haven't met any. No,
They don't care about that.
no. That's
Okay.
more like I said,
That's more
polygamy
common.
and in that area.
Oh, okay. So that's more common. Okay. Chris said, dang, I know, Chris, that's what I was saying. Like, Lord, now that's skillful. That's
Listen,
skillful.
he's beautiful, and he can do all this and then stop and play the trumpet, and I'm like, okay, this is a lot.
What?
So, no, yeah,
Man, I never even heard of it like that before.
look him up. His name on Facebook is the Naked Trumpeter.
Wow.
Hey,
Wow. Okay, look at your calendar. Look, say that your calendar said what I'm saying. Wow, right? She looking like eyes, like what in the world? That's what I'm saying. Let me see. She said, "Okay, trumpet." Let me see. Chris said, "Play the trumpet. Play the trumpet." Yeah, I don't know, Chris. Chris is definitely going over there. Chris is definitely going there. Chris is gonna find out. She gonna bring it back. She ain't letting that fly by. I'm just telling her. And let her know the Facebook name again. The naked
the
trumpet.
Naked Trumpeter.
She said, "What is he doing while he's playing the trumpet?"
He do everything while he playing that trumpet, girl.
Oh, you gotta go find out, Chris. You
Yeah,
gotta go.
because he posts it right online, so it's not like he's ashamed.
Chris said, "Okay, thank you." Yes. Oh my gosh, that is so different. And my whole thing, y'all, I just wanted Natalie to come over here because just because you don't live a certain lifestyle or whatever does not mean that it's not a world of people that are out there doing all kind of other things and their, justification and their experiences in a relationship they decide to have. Now, I did not know that there was an umbrella of different things. So when you hear the word poly, it does not mean one specific thing. It's an umbrella that carries lots of lifestyles, right, Natalie?
Lots of them.
Yeah,
Swingers. It's so many different lifestyles you wouldn't believe.
yeah.
Um, they actually have the umbrella model. I've seen it online.
Okay.
You can and where you can see all of the different things that they have
Mhm.
associated with non-monogamy.
Right, right. Okay. So that's another thing. So y'all know if y'all ever just want more information on it, or I guess if you're interested in it, but if you want to be like nosy and just finding out like what is this really about, if you're just like curious, because I know I stay curious about it. This is the same conversation I had with Nelly about it, and I'm still, if somebody allowed me, I would have 50 questions because I'm still confused by it. Although I feel like I learned a lot about it based on what
And
you
it's
said
more
about
people who are polyamorous than you think. And I'm gonna tell you what a lot of people have a habit of doing. They have a habit of branding themselves some type of way.
it.
So there is a way that people always are able to, outside of the groups, to
Mhm.
let people know. They always get these certain tattoos. If you see people with the infinite tattoo with the heart that pierces,
Okay.
The infinity symbol, that is a polyamorous
Really?
indicator. For swingers, of course, there's the upside down pineapple, especially in the grocery store. Um, they actually have an upside down pineapple crew that
Oh, you
travels a
did tell
lot
me that. You
here.
said that when you were in the grocery store, if somebody has a pineapple that's upside down in a basket, that's letting you
Yeah,
know, right?
that I'm available. Yeah, that
Yes, you
they're a
told me
lifestyle.
that. I forgot about that.
Yes.
Mm.
And if you see that infant, and a lot of people try to get it because that's their way of, because not many people know that this infinity symbol represents this. So they'll get it because my aunt got it.
Okay.
And to my mom, oh, my baby sister just got a tattoo. So once I saw the tattoo, I'm like, who
You
she
knew what it
thinks she
was.
fooling? Like, I asked my mom, like, did you know she was
Why you tell
polyamorous?
on her, Natalie?
Huh?
Why you tell on her?
Because she had my mom so hoodwinked and bamboozled. Like, if I can be out in the open with it, why are you hiding it? So
Right.
my mom was like, it doesn't mean that. Like,
Yeah.
it absolutely does. So I went through in my group and showed her how many of my friends have this tattoo in a specific
Yeah.
in separate places. And
Uh-huh.
she was like, oh, okay. So here's my aunt, like, that's not what that means. And yeah, so later on, time had to prove her wrong because I
Oh, it was
see you
real.
over here. I see what you're doing. So that's why I say people will try to mask it in different
Yeah.
ways. When you
Right.
see infinite tattoo, and
Yeah.
once that heart pierces the middle of it, that's a clear indicator that that is a ethically non-monogamous person because they don't just get that tattoo for nothing.
Right. Abrielle said she loves how you explained it, explained how it works. She said, me too, Gamma. I'm very curious. Yeah, I'm so curious about it too. I can't, which is I can't do it. No, I can't do it because one man, my nerves. Right. I definitely can. Hey, good food. I definitely couldn't do it, but I'm still. That don't mean I'm not curious about how other people are doing it though. Good food say, hey, get my chat. I know I can't handle more than one. Right, like with Natalie saying that she's one of seven, and the first thing that's going on in my mind, how is this man able to juggle seven
Well,
different?
I'm playing down to seven because I used to be one of nine. I'm so glad two of them gone.
Natalie,
Yes, I'm just honest.
how is he having time for seven people? Is it like each person gets one day of the week?
You get whatever time is available, but how it works for me, I can just look on the calendar and see if he's free.
Right.
Sometimes, I'll go outside of the calendar like, hey, I got some time.
Yeah.
Are you free? And he'll let me know. But I usually just stick to the calendar.
Is the
He
calendar done
doesn't.
like during the month as you go, or like once a month? You like get
Yeah,
together.
he'll try to. We try to make our stuff in advance. We already know in advance if we're gonna plan a trip away that's gonna take us away for days. Now
Right.
during the week, like if I look on the calendar and he doesn't have something planned, yeah, we'll link up. Let's have a date night or something like that. But I don't have to pick up the phone and say, "Baby, are you free?" when the calendar is available. So that's how
Right.
it works for me.
Wow. Hey, April. Let me see. What is that? You every else you told on your auntie.
Every else you told on your auntie. I should have told, and now she just as gay as ever. So I did
Yeah.
her a favor.
Yeah. April said, Poly Life, I love this.
April said, "Poly life, I love this."
Let me
It's so
see.
fun. I'm telling you, it's always something to do. If you're not doing anything or if you're not dating, I promise you, it's only because you don't want to. Like now I don't have anything to do with my life. Number one, because I'm not if I stay home, I can do my black part in this
Mhm.
community and not spend. That was my objective for tonight. But I have my poly lady friends. It's these groups have an event every week. Like I'm gonna tell you one thing about this lifestyle, it's not for the poor.
Yeah.
And I'm way too poor for it. It is not for the poor. And that's another thing that I applaud my partner for. Although I date my partners as well, he doesn't, he's not lacking in the area of dating me. And I happen to be the more let me see a better word, because I don't want to act like I'm better than they are, but I'm the one that requires the most. And he knows that by how what I bring to the table. I date myself. So you have to really come with it and do something spectacular for me, because I do wonderful things for myself.
Okay.
So I think I am the most work in my relationships, and I wouldn't have it any other way, because that means I would have to, downplay myself for them to fit in,
Right.
and that's not happening.
Right.
So I'm kind of like in a better position life-wise than both my partners, but they still I don't hold that against them, and they still show me a good time regardless, whether it's taking me to the petting zoo, a walk on the it's just the simplest things for me, but they understand it has to be something that's meaningful, because when they met me, I was a serial dater of myself.
Right. And Brielle said, what if you go to one of the functions and see you out there?
We go to the functions together. I wish I could.
No, she said your aunt, your auntie. No, she said your auntie that you told her.
I invite her.
Oh, now you invite her. Oh, okay. Right.
Oh yeah, I invite her to events. Actually, her and her husband go to more swinger events.
Yeah.
So yeah,
okay.
I've made my aunt more comfortable coming.
Good. Okay, so now she don't have to hide it.
Yes, I tell her about events that are happening.
Okay, good food. Yes, she's a part of a 7-part relationship. She's one of 7. Let me see. April said, it ain't for me because I'm possessive and territorial, but I have a niece from the U.S. LS community and a friend that is poly.
So why are you territorial? Like,
April, why do you think you're territorial? She said.
Have you tapped into
that? Trucking and trading says so. Poly. Hold on. So poly is basically just being open and honest about dealing with other people rather than being sneaky. I love that idea.
Absolutely. And you always got somebody. Like, I am friends with my ex-partners, and we have the best relationships, and it's just one big community. Like, if we don't have outside friends to travel and party with, like, we are each other's family outside of our family. It's some good. These people go on vacations together, kids growing up together. Like, we are living life no different than a party that a person that is just a husband and wife. We are no different. We have the same trials and tribulations. You got some couples that got businesses together. You got whole tribes like that 4 people that date, that buy land together. Like, we are not out here just playing around with our time. We trying to build a whole compound in Colorado. Like, we serious. This is our lives here.
A whole lifestyle.
We're not kids. Like, we are all mostly over. Everybody that's the old heads in this group are well over 40.
That's what
we've been in this.
That's what April wants to ask. She said, "Are you the oldest in your relationship?"
No, neither. My local partner is 55. I'm 45. No, I'm sorry. He's 53, and I'm 45.
Okay. Positive energy said, I wouldn't be able to do it personally, but it seems to be definitely a mindset. Because baby, I will hell up in Harlem. April said she loves
that last part?
Oh, it's feedback. I think it's
Say that
feedback
again.
it's
I'm
feedback.
sorry.
I think it's feedback.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me see something.
It's me. It's me. Let me take it off. It's me.
Okay.
It's on my car speaker.
Okay.
So it's me.
Let me
I figured
see.
out how to get
Let me
this.
see.
I gotta do my sister problems. I can't stand.
Sometimes I can't stand.
Good food says sometimes I can't stand the man.
Good
I
food
have
says
to
sometimes I
watch
can't stand it, man. I have to
more,
watch
more because that will require more patience than I have. April said, "Yes, I know why." She said, "April said, yes, she knows why. It goes back to my childhood and traumas." Natalie,
hmm
she
And you
said,
know
"That's
what I
why."
think? A lot of people in poly in this in these love styles, that's
Mhm.
another way to announce it. They come from a lot of, you can tell have unhealed trauma. And I'm gonna say I'll speak on the behalf of my
Mhm.
partners. Some of the partners that he choose, you I you can tell it's outward presenting that they have some unhealed trauma. And I used to feel like my partner thrived on those type of people because he had more people who seemed unhealed
Mhm.
than I was comfortable with.
Mhm.
Um, and then I had to kind of look at it a little different and not be so judgy because maybe I was way too healed
Mhm.
to even be in the situation, and I had to that's kind of why I distanced myself from his partners because of their outward presenting unhealed trauma.
Okay. Hey, Lucinda. Let me see. Her name is Natalie Goodfood. Natalie wanted to know what your name was. Lucinda. Hey, Lucinda. April said, plus my husband would never try to handle more than me. Okay.
Your husband sounds like he's like my LDR who really didn't want to be a non-monogamous person. He would have chose his wife over this any day.
So why did you
Um,
choose different?
he had she kind of put him in a position where he really had no choice because she became more interested in her girlfriend part of the
Oh,
relationship than he.
wow.
So I don't she didn't take up as much interest in him again until I came back into the picture, but she came and got me to come back into the picture. So this time I wasn't leaving.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay. Good food said, Natalie, if you move to Texas, don't buy no house near me because y'all will have my man over there.
Listen, your man probably already out there because Texas is one of our biggest communities. We love the Texas people. Oh my
Oh,
goodness, what part? Dallas and Houston, we have the biggest Texas community. As a
are you
matter of fact,
serious?
I have a Houston comment, and a comment is another polyamorous term, and a comment is just what it is. Somebody you see every now and then. You know what a real life comment is? And baby, he puts me on a plane for a day. And by that night, he got me back home on time to get to work the next day. I don't
What?
have to do anything. I don't take no clothes. I just show up at the airport.
What?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Get
I
food.
love the Texas people.
Okay. Said no because my baby. She said no because baby, I
Girl,
know
what's your
all the
man name?
connections
Let,
and
let
work
me look in the
out.
Texas group and make sure he ain't in there.
I want her to be like the auntie. I want her to be like the auntie. No, let me see.
Listen, I be calling them out.
She said she about to look for your name in the phone. She said she about to look for your name in the phone. Oh
It
my
probably, but
god.
here's the thing. He may even be poly adjacent. That's another term. Listen, I use a lot of terms, and poly adjacent means it's just like you, Kim. You're not poly, but you are around a person who is. So you're
Yeah,
adjacent. I'm poly adjacent.
yeah. Okay. Trucking and Trading said, I live in Houston and I don't know where these people are.
Listen, oh my God, where have you been, sir? My people have a whole event every week. Houston, Dallas, Atlanta, DC, and LA. Those five places are
Okay.
our main hubs. We have hubs where we have to have a person like a chapter in charge of the community there. And Houston is huge. Houston and Dallas people, they're our favorites.
Okay. Okay. Let me see. Real life says she in the building educator. She really is.
Good, good.
Good fool said, look at Trucking and Trade. He want to know, right? You're like, now
Listen,
where
they are out here.
the convictions are. Yes. Oh
I'm gonna
my
tell
God.
you, go into Poly Black and Dating, and I'll have to forewarn you, you will have to make an introduction. Just
Mhm.
introduce yourself and read the room and come in and sit down. Sit down and just see how they interact. Sometimes people ask questions, but like I said, I wouldn't follow them to the portal and have them make me drink because I had to get it out the mud because I'm gonna tell you something. When I was first coming into this group with these demagogues, I thought I was getting ran through or something. Like they was
Yeah.
like fresh meat.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. I couldn't get it together at all. I'm
What?
telling you, I could not get it together at all. Because, and I'll tell you why, because I had that possessive mindset and
Uh-huh.
I wanted to possess every person that I was with.
Uh,
Mind you, I wanted to date everybody too, but
yeah.
I didn't want them to date other people. And the
Oh.
guy, it's weird that the guy who brought me into this love style,
Uh-huh.
um, he is now dating my partner's roommate. My partner's roommate is a lady. So
Uh-huh.
now I gotta hear him over there in the room smashing her down, and I'm like, oh my goodness. So it's always an adventure, I
Oh,
tell
it
you.
does sound adventurous. April said there's a few LS resorts here in Florida. What is an LS
Yes.
resort?
Oh yeah, they're always there. Like the person who just chimed in, from who called me while I was on the phone, she just got back.
Uh-huh.
They went to the nudie one. There's a nudie one in Florida that they all get up gather at as well. And Fort Lauderdale has a big portion of our community as well.
Okay. Good fool said Nelly, I'm about to call Instar right now and track his car. You got her worried over there now.
She said, what they say?
She about to call Instar. You know
Instar.
the thing in your car that you can get to
Uh-huh.
monitor where you are. She said she about to call her right now before she gets
Why?
in her husband's car.
So that is not gonna do you any good, baby. Because
Why?
listen, if if you're tracking him, just go into the group. Just you would do better tracking because maybe he got a girlfriend like the ones that get flued out or some guys get flued out too or get picked up and wined and dined on. So he may have found him a purse jingler. It's no telling. So you
Yeah.
may not have to worry about him putting miles on your car.
Right. Trucking and Trading said, I'm just interested because I don't think I could be with just one woman. It's boring.
It's so boring. And you can be with them, but just not having the option to go be with somebody else is the boring part.
Mhm.
Because when I'm with my sometimes when I'm with one person, I have had it, situations where I was dating only one person, and
Mhm.
they gave me each and everything that I needed, but dudes is fine. Like, have you seen these new dudes that work out? Like, I want to go with them. And these women are, they nice looking too. Like, I want to dabble. I'm gay 30% of the time too. So I want to do that. And I want to have the option to do that when I want to do it. I don't want all that fussing and fighting. I don't want to do any of that. I am an adult at this big age. Could you imagine somebody having to tell somebody, that baby, I'm going to enjoy my time with such and such, and then and have to fight about it. No, we don't have to do that. I could tell my man, I could sit and talk about sexual experiences with my man. Like we sit and watch videos of other sexual experiences. We can do that. Like he lets me watch him on tape with his other girlfriends all the time because we're
What?
comfortable enough to do that.
Wow. Beautiful said a question. Do you enjoy having different partners respectfully?
Absolutely. I enjoy having these two partners because I finally got it right.
Hmm. Okay. April said LS's lifestyle. She said Orlando, Fort Lauderdale, Miami. Let me see. Tanya said, baby, I finally made it home so I can get into this conversation. Good food said, where you live in Houston, trucking and trading. Maybe one of my friends. Oh, wait. Hold on. Where do you live in Houston, trucking and trading? Might be one of my friends do. Oh, look at good for trying to get everybody bust out. April
But I'm
said,
gonna tell you, like, if you're 9 times out of 10, your dude is not in this group, and I'll tell you why. If you haven't found out about it, if you don't even suspect it, it's not happening. Because I don't know no women out here. We are out here. We don't have to hide, and we're
yeah,
not gonna be with no men who gotta hide us or not, showing us that they're ethical in their dating. So I don't think your man would, to be on in all actuality, your man probably is not in this group because I don't know women that's gonna tolerate that. We don't have to.
yeah. Okay, Beautiful Hill said, have everyone in the poly world ever come, or I think you said, has anyone in the poly world ever came up with something to make it not boring, like engaging in a monogamous relationship?
I don't think I understand that question.
I don't either, Tanya. I think she's saying, like, does anybody come out of that maybe and then want a monogamous?
Yeah,
They
oh,
do.
absolutely. It's people leave their wives and go be with the other woman forever, and ain't even poly no more. My friend is going through that
Wow.
right now. Yeah, people do that
Never
all
did
the
that.
time. Like you know what that's called? It's called growth, and you grow. You
Yeah,
may grow out of you may find that person and say, hey, you know what? I'm a rock right here. So it's growth.
yeah.
So
Wow.
you can definitely grow out of this the same way you grow into it. Because
Right.
some people, we got people that's just been probably a year or two.
Yeah.
So the same way you can grow into it, you can grow out of it.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all subscribe if y'all have not already subscribed. Trucking and Trading says, I'm single and I don't really kick it with too many people. And Good Food said, girl, y'all wouldn't want him. He broke, what you say? He broke me and his kids come first. Oh my God.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing, just because you broke, just because he's broke and the kids do come first, doesn't mean that you cannot make if you get with your people, you find your people, they're gonna make sure that you are great. And I'm gonna say that this speaks to my friends as well that I've acquired in polyamory. Like they're
Uh-huh.
in much better positions in financially and in their, you know, their personal lives than I am. I'm not in a horrible position, but I got the kind of friends that says, "Hey, Nat, I just bought us tickets to the orchestra, or tonight they bought tickets to a drag queen show, like, and they may rent a suite at the most expensive hotel, and don't ask me for one dime out of my pocket at all. Like these are the type of friends that I have, and I've been blessed to acquire these type of friends, not in my regular life, but in this love style. I have some of the best friends. I'm telling you, my son was in the military and he contracted COVID when COVID was out,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And my friends knew that I was going through it. One of them kept calling my phone. I wouldn't answer. because I was going through it, waiting for the Wounded Warrior program to
Yeah.
book my flight, get me there. My friend sent me a message. She was like, I know you don't want to talk, but can you just please check your Cash App and let me
Yeah.
know that, I just wanted to contribute. I checked my Cash App. This lady sent me $1,000. No, didn't want
Wow.
it back. I sent it back to her. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need this. Like, I'm
Yeah.
fine. That was her
Right.
way to get me to talk to her. She
Yeah.
sent it right back to me, then blocked me. So
Oh,
I couldn't send her the money back. She
yeah.
did and told me stop blocking my blessings. If you don't
Yeah.
use it, put it in a savings for your grandson. I just need you to know that we're here and anything you need, we are here. Like
Okay.
it's nothing that we want for. Like sometimes I'll just look on my Cash App and I got here's lunch. It's
Yeah.
not trying to date me or anything. It's just I've found my tribe, and they
Wow.
just happen to not be monogamous. That's
Right.
it.
Right. Okay. Real life with April said good food, period. Good food said respect your point of view. That lifestyle ain't for the weak. And I
It's
definitely
not.
can do it. Yeah. And it seems like that's what I said. I don't know, it
It,
might take stronger people. I'm too weak for it.
listen,
Um,
I've had my weak points. A breakup in this lifestyle it was one of the hardest breakups that I had ever been through in my life. It was a breakup to where I had never been broke up with, to
yeah,
be honest with you,
yeah.
and to have to go through that. It definitely it humbles you,
Mhm.
and it definitely teaches you that you're still human. Although you're able to date multiple people,
Yeah.
it doesn't affect me any less that I lose a partner. I don't care if I got four. When I lose one, I
Right.
am devastated. You hear me? And
Really?
my partners have nursed me through relationship this last relationship. Girl, I thought I was losing it. And my partners nursed me. And my partners and my friends, they didn't ask no questions. They
Yeah.
stepped in where I needed them to be. And that's why I love my two partners so much because they were everything I needed when was going through those
Right.
type of situations. You go through the same situations as regular relationships. I've
Right.
helped them like with financial things. We help each other. We're just like a one relationship. It's no different at all.
Okay. Wow. Let me see here. It's just a lot of it is a lot of information. Good food gonna say, wait, they just random she said they just give you random funds. Let me think about this. Good food is
Say
playing.
that again.
She said, wait, they just give you random funds. Let me think. Let me think about this. That might be a good idea.
Yeah, because my friend I'm looking on my Zelle just Wednesday night, and I'm like, because they send you an email,
Yeah.
and I had the thing says someone sent you money, and the message on it, hey, I'm sure this will handle your coffee for the week. And it was just my
Oh,
friend, like, she just sent me $100, like, paying for my coffee for the week. Of course, I went to the grocery store and bought
yeah,
some clothes and
right.
made it at home, but just for no reason, just
Yeah.
for being who they are. Like,
Yeah. April said you have a tribe.
I have a tribe, baby. I have a couple of them. I am a
Yeah.
part of so many different. And the thing about our Atlanta community, everybody is so clicked up. But I
Mm.
have that type of aura that I can go into any clique. I'm
Right,
always
right.
invited to. I wouldn't say I'm popular. I'm just people like to be around me, so I get to go to a lot of things
Yeah.
and surround myself with a lot of different people from all walks of life. And
Yeah. You are fun
I'm
to be
working
around.
on, yeah, I'm working on a judge right now. He didn't
Oh,
turn me down, but I'm weighing them down, baby.
you'll be persistent.
Yeah, well, he's probably adjacent. And he said, although I think you are amazing, I think you are beautiful. And
Okay.
if I was in this thing, you would be the one. But
Okay.
unfortunately, I am poly adjacent. But that still don't stop me from liking everything he posts. I don't care I'm liking it, baby. He gonna
Yeah.
know I'm here. And
Oh
and
my.
yeah, and he's out of Vegas.
Okay, to Vegas.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wow. So just all over the world. So it's not even like a local thing. Like literally, y'all venture out to different states. So
Girl,
okay.
I had a boyfriend in Jamaica. What do you mean?
What?
We don't discriminate. Like we got
Right.
people that go to Europe, got their partners in Europe. Like we
Yes.
we're not bound by a specific place. If
Yeah.
I when I come to Milwaukee, if I happen to, meet me a person that's, cool, I'm gonna be out with him in Milwaukee.
Right. Right. Let's see. April said you seem like an authentic person, and that draws people in. Yes.
Yeah, I am. I am. I think if I had to describe my greatest asset, it would be my authenticity.
Yes, come here, Lexi. Yes, good food. She did say that she has partners that and things are like non-sexual that they just spend time with each other. So she said yes, that happens too.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so thanks so much for coming on, Natalie. Answer all these 50 million questions that we had. I knew I told them that
Thank you for
you will be willing
having
to answer.
me.
Yes, we appreciate you. Okay, y'all. Y'all have a great night. And I will see y'all. I don't know, might be a little bit later tonight. Thanks so much, Natalie. I will talk to you later, okay?
Thank you as well. Have a good night, guys.
Okay. See y'all later.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Let me see here.
Let's see how we do this, though. How do
Yeah,
we disconnect?
you should see. I'm getting ready to disconnect it now.
All right.